much of the energy that we are currently using in the lab home is renewable.
Going all electric in the lab house was for a couple of reasons. We needed to only be using a fuel source that could be offset by a renewable energy strategy.
The design team selected a heat pump technology as a simple way to use electricity in a very efficient manner in the house.
Essentially what you're doing is you're using the constant temperature of the earth to act as a heat source and sink for conditioning the house.
One of the challenges with ground source heat pumps is that the loops are expensive to install.
We have two different geothermal systems. We have two deep wells.
These wells went down about 150 feet each.
And the energy collection under the footprint. Those will actually be operated at different times, trying to understand what rate of heat transfer and heat collection we can get from that.
Inside the ground loops, we used a mixture of ethanol and water. The air blowing through the ground source heat pump unit will then exchange the heating and cooling energy and extract it from those ground loops and deliver it to each of the rooms in the house to provide comfort.
The efficiency of the home is such that we are only using about 25% of what a normal house would use. So we also have the opportunity now to use photovoltaics. We have a little over 4 kW, which meets over an annual basis probably another 10 to 15% of the power used in the house.
They are very low maintenance products. They essentially are self-cleaning. They don't require much annual maintenance. The warranty on the panels is about 25 years.
Typically, for an array of solar panels, there may be one inverter. The new alternative is to use microinverters. The power coming off is in AC. A typical electrician is very comfortable with this, can perform the wiring, and it's also very safe because there's no power coming out of the panels, even if you're out in bright sunlight when you're installing them and making the wiring connections.
The homeowner doesn't have to worry about having any battery storage in the house. This system is essentially tied to the utility grid. By going all electric, you eliminate the need for additional fuel sources to be run throughout a new community. So if you're only running electric lines, you then don't incur the cost of having to run gas lines throughout the community and up to the individual houses.
The peak load of the grid is during the daytime. So even though your house may not be using much electricity during the day, via net metering, you could be feeding back into the grid and reducing the non-renewable energy consumption of everyone else.